Welcome back to the Hard Money Academy. This is Chris Jameson, SF Lending, and now we're going to go through Hard Money 305, working with realtors. Realtors can be a solid resource or a huge waste of time. I'm going to do my best to help you try to find the ones that are going to be valuable to you. Some real estate groups have in-house realty teams that work with investors for investor purchases. Those can be a huge benefit for you because those types of realtors are working in the market that you're in, and they have access to the off-market deals where they may be working with wholesalers or with buyers directly to be able to get pocket listings or deals from wholesalers that never make the email blasts or posts to other groups because they've made relationships with these people and get these deals, access to these deals first before anybody else ever does. So a lot of these deals trade and no one ever sees them. It can be a huge benefit to you. I bought 30 houses in 30 months when I first started as an investor, leveraging a realty company from a real estate mentor and education group. They know your language, right? They are investor friendly. They work with investor transactions. Not all realtors are used to working with wholesalers and assignments of contracts and affidavits and deposit agreements and earnest money going directly to them versus the title company, or different types of things that happen in wholesale deals and affidavits of heirship and title companies and closings and all the things that can happen on the investor side. The majority, I'd say like 90% of realtors never experience that. So they know your language. They know what you're looking for. If you're setting expectations with your realtors, like I mentioned in the previous couple of sections, then they will know what kind of returns that you're looking for, right? Are you looking for a 15% cash on cash return? Are you looking to capture $30,000 of equity? Are you looking to buy 10 houses in 10 months? If you're looking to, whatever the case may be, make sure you set those expectations with these kind of realty companies so that they can help you as best possible. There's also listing agents, right? So you want to be able to build that book of business and develop those kind of relationships too. Call realty companies, and ask for listings. What's coming up? I'm an experienced investor and I bought X amount of deals in Y amount of time, and I'm looking to add more volume to my acquisitions. So please give me a call when you have something come up that's distressed or not going to make it retail, or the buyer's in a specific, or the seller's in a specific situation where they need to sell quick, or they're moving, or they have 2 mortgages now because they relocated or got a job transfer, a job offer, or facing foreclosure or whatever, right? People call realtors all the time. So if you call enough and develop that kind of book of business building strategies, so to speak, then you can add these kind of listing agents to your tool belt to be able to get more property leads working with them. People tend to trust realtors more so than wholesalers. Nothing against wholesalers, just going from the distressed sellers perception, right? They're going to call realtors and ask them for their opinion. What's my house worth, right? What can I sell it for? Can you represent me? Can I get X? Can I get Y? What can I do? Help me out. And also, realtors are looking for sale by owners, so they're navigating those waters, trying to build up the business that way, in addition to wholesalers, right? So a lot of times, realtors will get listings over wholesalers because people trust the realtors more, and oftentimes wholesalers, bigger corporations or whatnot, actually have their realtor license, so they can use that when need be. They disclose it obviously, but they can use that credibility as needed to get access to more deals. Like wholesalers, realtors also work with hard money lenders very often. Why? Because the same reasons that wholesalers work with them. Their borrowers are qualified, right? They are not going to be tire kickers. They're not going to go out there and spend their time showing houses to people that are not qualified to take the properties down. So one, they can refer people to a hard money lender. A hard money lender will look at their financials, their capacity, their credit, see if they can take down, flips or rentals, whatever they're trying to do, and send them back to the realtor. In addition, the hard money lender can, help realtors move deals using their book of business, using their, buyers list to put properties out there for the realtors that get access to these deals. Like working with wholesalers, the borrowers use less cash per deal instead of buying cash or buying conventional and putting 20% down and then having to do the rehab out of pocket. Again, if you missed that section in the Hard Money 100 series, go back and take a look at that. You can see why using other people's money and leveraging allows you to buy more properties with less capital. They can also offload the sales side of the transaction, like I mentioned before, having the lender send the deal out to their borrowers and buyers list, allowing the realtor to go out and find more deals. One more thing, the realtors also work with wholesalers to move deals, right? And a lot of times that's facilitated through a lender like us. We work with wholesalers to get properties off market that never get blasted out, and we work with realty companies or realtors to move those properties to their clients so they can have proper representation, create the win-win for everybody. The wholesaler moves the deal, the realtor represents the client, the lender gets a loan, and the buyer gets a house. Lastly, like I've said, a couple times before, you just got to solve the realtor's problem, right? The realtor wants to have a trusted source, a buyer to be able to work with to move their properties with minimal effort. You want to maintain clear lines of communication by sticking to what you say that you're going to do and under promising and over delivering. Remember, again, same thing as before, your character is your currency. Manage expectations. If you are working with an agent that you don't know a lot about, right, then you want to make sure that you run your own comps. Send it to your lender. Your lender, again, is tied in the deal with you. They're going to have your best intentions in mind. And as you develop that relationship over time with the realtor, you can begin to trust their comps. But always do your own due diligence. At the end of the day, the buck stops with you. It's your asset, it's your money, it's everything that you're doing. Make sure that you take the appropriate steps to protect your assets. And if I haven't hit the nail on the head enough, remember, quality over quantity. Over time, get your list of realtors together, develop them, figure out who you work best with, and then cultivate those kind of relationships and get those deals reoccurring coming from them. Like I said before, they can be a solid resource or a huge waste of time. You don't want to have realtors that don't know what they're doing, sending you deals, and you're spending all your time analyzing them, sending them to your lender so they can run numbers. Your lender's getting, kind of fed up with doing a lot of work on that side of it, when it comes across like you don't know what you're doing and your realtor doesn't know what you're doing. So make sure that you weed out the realtors that don't mesh with your style and develop the relationships to the ones that have the experience that you need and you're looking for. Lastly, like I've said before, respect their time, right? They've got access to a lot of people. You're not the only ones trying to call to get access to pocket listings. Wholesalers are trying to call to get access to pocket listings. You don't want to waste their time. You want to show up when you say that you're going to show up and do what you say you're going to do. That concludes Hard Money 305, working with realtors. This is Chris Jameson, SF Lending, your hard money lender for life.